If I were to ask you what your most meaningful worship song is and why, what would your response be?
I think that the most meaningful worship song for me is Jesus, Lover of My Soul. It's just sort of like personal and intimate.
You are my all in all, because the lyrics are really Jesus-centered and the lyrics just have a lot of meaning to the way I try to live my life.
To be honest with you, it frequently changes based on where I am in my life and my relationship with God, but I think right now I would probably have to say True Love by Phil Wickham.
I would say Amazing Grace. This is the one that was played in my grandmother's funeral, and it's just always been really beautiful.
I would say that Amazing Grace is the most meaningful worship song that I know, just because of the implications behind the song.
I really like the traditional hymn, Before the Throne of God Above.
That song really strikes hard for me, that God's grace is still upon me, even when I mess up.
Alright, my most meaningful worship song would be Agnus Dei by Michael W. Smith. And some people think that it's called Worthy as a Lamb, but it's not.
Okay.
I'd probably say Grace Like Rain, because it just reminds me of like what my hope is in life, and that without Jesus I'm a sinner and I'm going to go to hell. So my hope is in that I'll go to heaven.
Okay, well, what would be a worship song that the Joker would say?
Trading my sorrows, because it's like to give it away to God, you know. Don't keep it for yourself. You just don't, yeah, it's Doug's favorite song too, and I always want to be more like Doug. I always want to be more like Doug. More like Doug. Yes, Lord.
That's like heathenish to me, talking about like worship songs as the Joker.
I can only imagine, okay? Because I think it's a great song, only because, I mean, it really does have that significance of almost comforting, because it's like life after death kind of a thing. And also this one time at church we were sitting there and my like worship team kind of came out and they had flowers and flags and were prancing around, and it was kind of like, oh my gosh, I don't understand what giant flowers have to do with heaven, but it was really interesting. I really liked that song. Is that a worship song?
I like Under Oath, and they have some good worship lyrics.
They're like, ah!
They're like, ooh! Yeah!
I don't know what you define as worship. Like, is that really a worship song? Because like, when did someone, this, what is and what can't be just sung in front of, like thrown up onto a screen, have lyrics, and then everyone sing along or drone along depending on how tired they are.